In this lesson on templates and plotting, we're going to talk about borders and the title block. We're also going to talk about template file creation. AutoCAD allows us to create plots to any exact scale on the paper. Until now, we've been working in model space to create our designs in full size. When we are ready to plot, we can arrange our design on a two-dimensional sheet of paper so that the plotted hard copy is exactly what we wanted. This two-dimensional sheet of paper is known as the paper space in AutoCAD. We can place borders and title blocks on paper space, the objects that are less critical to our design. Go ahead and click on Layout 1 in your AutoCAD window. We have now switched to the two-dimensional paper space. To adjust the page setup options, we want to right-click once on the tab and select Page Setup Manager. We want to choose the default layout on the Page Setup Manager and then click Modify. This will open up our Page Setup dialog box. In here we can select a plotter or printer that is available to print our design. We're going to set up to plot on A-size paper. Notice that the printable area listed in the paper size and paper units section is typically smaller than the actual paper size, which is due to the limitations of the hardware. We want to make sure the drawing orientation is set to landscape. Once we've done this, we're going to select OK and then select Close. The rectangular outline in a gray background indicates the paper size. The dashed lines displayed within the paper indicate the printable area. We want to select the rectangular viewport that is shown on our drawing and hit Delete. In the Object Properties toolbar, we want to set Title Block as the current layer. To create the title block, we're going to use our rectangle tool. We're going to pick somewhere over here in the lower left corner inside of our printable area, and then I want to draw a rectangle that will become the outside border of my title block that is 10.25 inches wide and 7.75 inches tall. So I'm going to do at 10.25 inches, comma 7.75 inches, hit enter, and you will see that I now have a rectangle that is located within the printable area of my title block. What I want to do is go ahead and move this up to where it is in the center of all of our page roughly. I'm going to add a few more things to finish out this title block so that it has all the necessary components. Once we're done with our title block, we've entered all the information, what we're going to do is switch back to the Model tab. So we'll go down here and switch to the Model tab. And I want you to notice the title block we created is shown only in paper space. It'll end up being an overlay over top of whatever our model entities are. Next thing we're going to do is set construction to our current layer. We'd like you to switch on or verify that Snap Grid, Object Snap Tracking, and Line Weight Display are all on. The heart of any CAD system is the ability to reuse information that is already in the system. We spend a lot of time setting up system variables such as layers, colors, line types, and plotting settings. We will make a template file containing all of the settings in the title block that we have created so far. What I want to do is go to Save As, and I will change this to a DWT file so you can see that it's changing it to an AutoCAD drawing template file. The only difference between an AutoCAD template file and a regular AutoCAD drawing file is the file name extension .dwt versus a drawing file which has a .dwg. We can convert any AutoCAD drawing into an AutoCAD template file by simply changing the file name extension to a .dwt. It's recommended you keep a second copy of any template file in a separate location just as a backup. Once I've set that to DWT, I'm going to go ahead and find a location that I would like to save it. I'm going to go to AutoCAD Files, and there's no template files in that folder, even though we know that there are actually files in that folder. And we want to call this one ACAD-A-H-title. Once we've entered our name, we'll press Save. It's going to pop up a dialog box that asks us about template options. We can enter a description in there, which we're going to do, and we're going to call this one A-size horizontal layout with title block. Once we've entered that, we'll select OK. We now have saved a template file that we can use in the future and won't have to change all of the settings again. To demonstrate the effects of using a template file, we're going to exit and restart AutoCAD. I'm now going to start up AutoCAD again. In the AutoCAD template startup dialog box, I want to use a template. I now need to go find my template. It's not listed in the recent templates, so I'm going to go ahead and do a search. Go to my desktop, go to find out where it's at. There's my horizontal AutoCAD A-size sheet title with title block. And I'm going to open. Once the file opens, I can go to the layer properties and examine the layers and find out that I have all the layers that I created before and I don't have to go through the process of creating them again. Once I've done that, I'll go ahead and close.